Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. In this video, I want to talk to you about staking your cryptocurrency, and just being careful, not sacrificing your security for convenience. There's a lot of great ways to stake your cryptocurrencies. Some currencies can be staked, some can't, but there's a lot of great ways to do it, both centralized and more decentralized, under your control and under your power, right? Because if I use a centralized exchange like Coinbase, I may have a certain APY, but now I'm giving up a little bit of my security, maybe a lot of bit of my security, depending on the exchange or centralized entity you're using, for convenience. So you got to balance it out. You know, what are you willing to risk on a centralized entity versus what are you absolutely not willing to risk, and that you're going to keep it under your control in your wallets and staking. There's so many different options out there, but you know, Garda is one. And they show you all the different assets that you can stake through them if you really wanted to. Harmony, Ontology, of course, Ethereum, Tron, Quantum, so on and so forth. There's all different platforms out there, and you can use staking calculators to find out. Like, for example, if I wanted to stake my Ethereum, let's say I had $10,000 worth of Ethereum that I wanted to stake. Well, through Coinbase, it's only going to be about 2, barely 3%. Through other providers, it might be a little bit more, like Lido Finance, 3.16%, so on and so forth. And there's all kinds of different options, but again, you need to weigh out the cons and the pros, or the pros and the cons, convenience versus security, so on and so forth. I like the fact here that on the calculator, I got all kinds of different tokens. Like, let's look at Polkadot real quick. I could stake through them, but there's some limitations, right? Like, you got to have so much of that token bonded in order for your nominations to actually go. Like, I have a certain amount of Polkadot, but because I don't have so much bonded, I'm not ever earning any damn rewards on it, and they keep on raising the total that you need in order to earn rewards on it. So that's probably not a good one to use. Let's try something else. All right, Tezos, right? So I could earn 5.82% is what it said originally, but then every staking provider varies. So when you're looking at these different tokens that you want to stake through, you got to understand that it depends on, I guess you could say, the node or the validator or the nominee, depending on what term they want to use for their particular one. But you got centralized, like Coinbase or maybe Binance or whatever it might be, where you're relying on that centralized entity to, you know, securely hold your tokens and stake your tokens on your behalf. And then when you're ready to withdraw, you withdraw and actually receive those funds, and that they're not going to go down. They're not going to collapse like a FTX or anything like that, and that you'll be able to get your funds out whenever the heck you wanted to. But Exodus is a great option if you're a power user, like you like to always be on your mobile phone. You want to use a desktop app or just the extension between your phone and the extension, that would work. And you can control your own cryptocurrency. It isn't a hardware wallet or a cold storage wallet, but I believe you can connect, devices and all kinds of stuff to it. So Exodus, I kind of like. I actually have Exodus. Trust Wallet is another good one. Power user, if you're on the mobile wallets all the time. I believe they have it for your mobile or browser extension. And then obviously Binance US, if I wanted to stake with them, again, giving up a little bit of my security for convenience to stake with them. And you can see the low API or APY on some of these. Like, I could get more on VeChain using Exodus or some other application than I could with Binance US. So finding that right one, you know, whether it's centralized or not centralized, is going to be up to you. Staking through Ledger, I like that as well. Most of my tokens are going to be staked between a mix of Exodus. I do have some on Coinbase or some other centralized exchange, as well as Ledger and other hardware wallets that I have in my disposal, like what was it? KeyPass, I have some tokens. Tangent, I have some tokens. But it all comes down to, what are the tokens you actually have, and what is your risk tolerance? And that is going to determine where is the best place to stake. Like, a lot of people come to me and they ask me, hey, I have this, where should I stake? And I can look at, you know, the different platforms that offer staking, but it's going to come down to you and you choosing the right platform for your risk tolerance, the amount of cryptocurrency you're willing to stake or put up, and what do you enjoy to use? Because either you're a mobile user where you're always on your phone, always using those apps, or you're a desktop user using a full node, or maybe an Exodus or a Trust or whatever it might be. or you're a cold storage person where you have a large percentage in your cold storage hardware wallets, but then you want to stake and earn at the same time. So I can't give you the right answer. All I can say is, and the point of this video is, be careful not to sacrifice your security for convenience, okay? Take a look at some of the options out there, whether they're centralized or decentralized, whether it's in your control and under, because not your keys, not your coins, or their control, and then make the best decision that's for you, that fits your needs and what you're trying to accomplish. But I hope this video maybe didn't help you out, but at least try to get you looking in the right direction, so that way you can go ahead and stake your tokens and earn, especially if you're going to HODL it. If you're going to HODL it for the next 2-3 years, you don't plan on selling until it hits a certain amount, and you got that number already in your head, go ahead and stake and earn some additional APY. Like, for example, Bonk. I'm staking my Bonk through Bonk Swap or through a number of the other ones, like Radium also. I dedicated some Sol and Bonk, and I'm earning a percentage of Sol and Bonk back over time as it continues to trade. Those are different ways that you could take what you're just holding and make some more off of it. And that's going to do it for today's video. So hit the like button on the way out. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. You just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.